Hello guys, Life Hackster here. Today we are going to talk about recording options for your Reolink cameras. Standalone security cameras that they sell will have a microSD card slot on the camera itself, which is their default recording option. But Reolink also sells NVRs or network video recorders. And used to be, you only have to decide how many channels or cameras you want to add to it. 8, 16, or 36. Well, now Reolink made it a little bit more confusing because they added the Home Hub, which I did review a while back, and I will link it down below if you haven't seen it yet. And have some updated info on it, which I'll tell you here in a bit. And also they have their Wi-Fi NVR. I was originally planning this video to be a dedicated video for it, and Reolink sent this one to me to be checked out, so thank you. Anyways, I decided I will just do a comparison between the Hub and their regular NVR. And I'll tell you the differences between them and personally what I'm going to get if I'm needing an NVR for my Reolink cameras. The gist of this video, and in my opinion, this Wi-Fi NVR should have not been made because all the features of this Wi-Fi NVR, their regular NVR can do, except for the ability to broadcast its own Wi-Fi, which probably Reolink already learned. Most consumers doesn't really need another separate Wi-Fi network trying to compete with their home Wi-Fi. Their Home Hub is the same thing, but now, and the same thing with this Wi-Fi NVR, you have an option to change your camera's Wi-Fi to your home Wi-Fi, so you don't have to use the Hub's or the NVR's Wi-Fi. Alright, let's compare these three. Both regular NVR and the Wi-Fi NVR uses a hard drive to record footage. And depending on what model, 8, 16, 32 channels for the regular one, you can add up to 48 terabytes for their 36 and up to 12 terabytes on their 16 and 8 channel models. And for the Wi-Fi NVR, it is 12 channels and you can add up to 16 terabytes of storage. The Home Hub uses microSD cards to store the recordings, and you can add up to two 512GB cards. It has two SD card slots on the back. You can use the PoE Ethernet ports on the back of the regular NVR to directly plug in your cameras for a closed system. But another method is to connect the NVR to your router or network, and any Reolink wired or plug-in Wi-Fi cameras that you have connected to the same network can also be added to it. And this is the same thing with their Wi-Fi NVR and the Home Hub. Now, the Wi-Fi NVR will also have Ethernet ports on the back, but they are not PoE. It will not power up your wired cameras if you plug it in on the back. It is there for you to initially set up a wired Wi-Fi camera before installing it. Now, Reolink has released firmware updates on both the regular NVR and the Wi-Fi NVR so as to be compatible with Reolink's battery-powered cameras. And I did update both on mine, but not able to connect any of my Reolink battery cameras. The firmware on the camera themselves I tried updating, but it says that I have the current version. Please comment below if you have tried this and it worked for you. This is where the Home Hub comes in and one-up the other ones because this is designed to be used on Reolink battery-powered cameras and it does work pretty good. At this time, all three of them needs to be plugged into your network or to the internet if you want notifications. Yes, all of them will continue to work and record even when internet is out, but you will not get notifications. Both the regular NVR and the Wi-Fi NVR have HDMI and VGA ports on the back so that you can hook it up to a monitor for live streaming of your cameras. The Home Hub doesn't have this option. Alright, now I'm going to tell you why having an NVR or hub that have its own Wi-Fi might not be a good idea anymore. I bet a lot of you, especially if you are into smart home and smart home gadgets, are using a mesh Wi-Fi network. You know, you have these satellites, beacons, extenders, access points that you just add to improve your Wi-Fi signal around your home. By the way, this is the best setup and better than having just one router with 20 antennas. Reolink advertises this Wi-Fi NVR and also their Home Hub that it has Wi-Fi 6 and has dual band Wi-Fi, but it is still a standalone unit. You cannot add extenders or access points to it. I've set up this Wi-Fi NVR in my front office and its signal cannot reach around 60 feet, either 2.4 or 5 gigahertz band in the back part of the house where my camera is. But because I have a mesh network, if I change to my home Wi-Fi, it has no issue streaming the camera. Anyways, personally, if I'm looking for an NVR for my Reolink cameras, and if I have wired or plug-in Wi-Fi ones, I will definitely go with their regular NVR. And if I have battery powered ones, then I'll go with their Home Hub. And I'm not gonna choose the Wi-Fi NVR. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.